Hey guys, in today's video I'm doing a full face drugstore makeup look on this look right here. I'm going to be showing you the products that I used and the steps that I take to get this look. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing that I'm doing is taking this Wet n Wild Cover All primer. I feel like this is a good primer, but it does not fill in pores like some other primers do. And it doesn't have that silicone feel to it in my opinion. So after the primer, I'm going in with my foundation, and I'm using the Maybelline Dream Velvet, and this is the shade 10 Porcelain. And I really think that this color is a good match for my skin. It kind of looks a little funny when you're just dotting it on. It looks kind of off, but after I blend it in, I feel like it looks fine. Oh, and by the way, I am using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, and this is obviously a drugstore product as well. So this foundation is called a Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation, and I really like this foundation a lot. I think it might be one of my new favorite drugstore foundations. Next, I'm moving on to my concealer, and this is also in shade 10, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and it's in 10 Light. And I'm just applying this in a triangle underneath my eyes. I'm not going to worry about highlighting my face with the concealer because I'm going to do that with other products later on. So again, I'm going to be blending this out with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. Alrighty, so now I'm moving on to my contour and highlight before I go ahead and set my face. And this is the Wet n Wild Dual Ended Contour Stick. And I really like this product. The only problem that I've had with it so far is that it kind of broke off the first time I used it. So I just have to be more careful and not have it stick out so much when I'm using it. I think that the colors that they chose for this are nice and natural. They're not too orange or red or anything that's too off of being a natural tone for your skin. So I really like that about this. So to blend this out, I'm actually using the side of my sponge to blend out the contour. So to blend this, I'm kind of just doing a little bit of a rolling pat, because otherwise it's going to take all day for me to blend it out just by bouncing on top of it. So there's the contour part of the stick all blended in, and now I'm going to go ahead and do the highlight end. And for this, I'm just going to use the pointed end of my sponge. Alright, so now I have all the cream contour done, and I'm going to set that with the Wet n Wild contouring palette. And this is just a highlight and contour shade. So far, I really like this product. The only thing that I have to say negative about it is that it's quite powdery. Like, the instant that your brush touches the powder, it just kind of goes all over the place. You probably couldn't even see that, but take my word. It's not a huge deal, it's just something that I've noticed. So before I go ahead and set my under eyes, I'm going to pat the under eye and make sure that there's no like creasing going on, because I don't want to set the creases with the powder. So I'm just setting this with the highlight powder underneath my eyes. Oh, and this brush that I'm using is the setting brush from Real Techniques. Next, I'm going in with my e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush, and I'm taking the contour shade from the Wet n Wild palette. And there is a lot on the brush because, like I said, it's very powdery, so I'm just going to tap off the excess before applying it. So here's how everything's looking right now, and I know that I already set my face with powder, but just for the sake of this video, I want to go ahead and throw on some more powder because I really want to show you guys this e.l.f. HD Perfect Finish Primer, or powder, not primer. And I'm going to be using my e.l.f. flat top brush, and I'm just basically going to go ahead and put this all over my face to make sure everything's locked into place. I'm going over all my contour and everything. So really quickly before I move on to my eyes, I'm just going to apply my blush and highlight because I've already got everything else done. I might as well. So this is the NYX Dusty Rose blush, and this brush is from Coastal Scents. And for the highlight, I am using this Wet n Wild Fergie To Reflect Shimmer palette. And I'm just putting that on my cheekbones and down the center of my face a little bit, so I'm not too flat looking from all that powder that I used. Alright, so now moving on to the eyes, we have this Wet n Wild primer, and this is the Photo Focus primer. I did a review and comparison on this compared to the Urban Decay primer potion, and I'll go ahead and link that for you guys if you're interested in checking that out if you haven't already seen it. I'm just taking it on my finger and applying it. I'm applying it all over my entire eyelid, even over my eyebrow, so that when I apply my eyebrow product, it's really going to stay on with everything else. So for the eyeshadow today, I'm using the Wet n Wild All Natural Nude Awakening palette, and I did a comparison with this compared to the Naked 3 palette. So I did a comparison on these two palettes, and I found 7 dupes for the eyeshadows, so if you're interested in seeing that, I will also link that for you guys. So the brush that I'm using is one of the Wet n Wild new vegan brushes that they have. I also have a video on these brushes, and I will link that for you guys too. I'll put it all in the down bar in the description. So I'm just taking this first matte color, which is a nice light color, and I'm literally just going to sweep that on my entire eyelid. It's going to be a good base, and it's going to help all the other shadows blend out. Then I'm taking this brush from Lab 2, I believe it is. Yes, this is the Just Blending In brush from Lab 2, and I got this from Walmart. And I'm going to be taking this color here, another matte shade, and I'm just going to put that into my crease as a transitional color. Then I'm taking this little brush. I'm really not sure. I got this at Walgreens, and I believe it's a Soho brush. This is from like some Little Mermaid Ariel collection that they had going on. I don't think that they sell it anymore, but this is from Walgreens. And I'm going to be taking yet another matte shade. I'm going in with this kind of a burgundy color or maroon color. I'm going to take the corner end of my brush and just kind of put it in my crease, and that's going to help me get the shading that I want. I like this brush a lot. So after I have that eyeshadow applied, I'm going back in with my Lab 2 brush and this little middle shade here. And I'm just going to go over this and try to blend it out a little bit more. Then I'm just going to take that other brush again, and I'm going in with a darker shade. I'm thinking I'll go in with this second to last. It's kind of a brown color. And I'm just going to pack that onto the outer corner. Again, with my Lab 2 brush, I'm not applying any product this time. I'm just going to kind of go in circular motions over top of that. So since this palette has so many really pretty shimmery shades, I'm just going to go in with my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and apply that to the inner half of my eyelid. And then using my finger, I'm just going to blend it a little bit. I'm not going over the crease or anything, I'm just kind of blending it. And this is going to be the base for one of those shimmery shades. So I've got another brush from that Little Mermaid Wet n Wild or Soho brush, and I'm going in with this second color. It's a really nice light pink shimmer color. I'm packing that on. I'm not sweeping it because I don't want all that glitter everywhere. And to blend it a little bit better with that darker color on my outer corners, I'm just going to overlap it a little bit to blend them a little better. My battery light is blinking and I'm not ready for that yet, so I'm going to have to speed up the process a little bit. I'm going to use my e.l.f. liquid liner, Expert liquid liner. This has been one of my favorite liners for the longest time. And I'm just going to use this Naked palette as a mirror. I'm not using it on my face. And I like to apply my liquid liner before my brows because I want to give the liner time to dry while I'm doing my brows, so I can go straight into mascara after it's dry. Alright guys, so I went ahead and finished up both eyes on my eyeliner, and I went ahead and applied one eyebrow because I wanted to save some time since my battery's running kind of low. For my eyebrow, I used this NYX Tame and Frame Brow Pomade, and I got this thinking that it was going to be like the Anastasia Dip Brow, and it's not. It does work. I wouldn't say that it works really well. I just don't like how, like, it's not very thick. It's a little too creamy for my liking, and I have like this patchy spot on my brow and it just doesn't cover it like the Anastasia Dip Brow does. But like I said, I still use it and it still works well. It's just not the same. So I'm just taking another Wet n Wild brush. This is again one of their new vegan brushes, and I'll zoom in for you guys a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes, and for mascara I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. And now I'm going to set my face with this Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. And then while that's drying, I'm going to apply my Milani Matte Blissful lipstick. This lipstick's awesome. I haven't worn it in so long. It's like a creamy matte and I really love the color. So I think that that's everything. I don't think I forgot anything at all. And here is my full face drugstore makeup look. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I really hope that you liked it. I had a lot of fun making this video. And go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I would love to see you guys again. And give this video a like if you like this full face drugstore makeup look. And yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye guys.